So from here, we are going to talk again about Andre's amazing drink that he's got going on today, and that is our Rogue affiliate. Again, Andre has what we're calling, well, I call the Shirakawa special, or you're calling it the
Mina
Shaker
Shaker
Kawa.
Call special.
So we will leave the link to the website for Rogue Energy in the description box down below, but it is an incredible energy drink site that you want to check out. You can scan the QR code here too. And again, when placing your order, if you use OLE pods, you can get 10% off of your order. They just also released cans, which I am very excited. They do have them as individuals if you want to give them a try, see which flavors you like. They have 3 flavors. There's a strawberry one that I'm very excited to try,
I
as
love
well
strawberry.
as a cotton candy. Yeah, we're going to be getting our orders in very soon for those because they also have fridges now, little mini fridges to go with your energy drinks. I'm very excited. And again, if you use your the little code scrolling down at the bottom there, OLE pods, you can get 10% off your order.
Yeah. So from here, we are going to move. Oops, see, I did something weird there. I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We're going to move on to what was called the mystery tag match, and it was they had to draw straws the day before to determine who would be tagging with who. It was Master Wato teaming up with El Desperado, taking on Hiromu Takahashi and Taiji Ishimori. How did I not remember his name when it's right in front of me? And my brain is not working today. That's why I need this Rogue Energy to make my brain work.
You know what? My brain wasn't really working much after watching this match the first time. This was another one that I actually had to go back and watch a second time
This was
because
insanity.
there was just so much. Like the first 2 notes that I wrote was there's so much chaos and I love it.
And it's not
And the
even the
second
team either.
was why is everyone bitch slapping each other?
Well, nobody likes each other. So every tag was something like rough. Like they were either slapping each other in the face, they were chopping each other in the chest. Like no tag had any respect on it. Like Taiji Ishimori for like the first 5, 6, 7 minutes wouldn't even like stand up in the corner because he kept jumping off or sitting on the corner. So Hiromu couldn't tag out. So it was just, and then when he finally did, he tagged him, and then he nails him in the face with a forearm, and then
Shotgun drop kick.
Shotgun drop kick off the apron to Taiji Ishimori on the floor, sending him into the barricade, then sends his partner back in. Like it was just,
and then he tried to pin him.
That's Hiromu trying to pin his own partner.
And then watching Marty Asadi trying to maintain control in this match was hilarious.
And then Desperado and Wato were no better because they kept attacking each other. They were doing dives onto each other. They were attacking each other on the apron, on the outside, in the ring. Like it's hard to recap this match because there was just so much craziness because everybody was attacking everybody. Like you were attacking your opponents, you were attacking your partners. Nobody was on each other's side.
No. It was almost like a fatal 4-way kind of hidden as a tag team match.
Yes. And it was just everybody hitting. And then the end of it was the biggest like mystery in my head was there was all out melee in the ring. Everybody's hitting each other with everything. And Taiji hits his like lift up into the double knee lung blower. And then Hiromu gets Wato up on the shoulders after another couple moves. And that's where Ishimori just runs out of nowhere and just nails Hiromu with a high knee to the face, which causes him to fall, and Wato lands on top. And Wato pins Hiromu, getting his first ever pin on Hiromu. And Ishimori essentially gave the other team the win, but he screwed his partner in this by hitting him in the face. So nobody likes each other. Ishimori just grabs his belt and leaves. Nobody's happy. Everybody's pissed. And it was just nothing but crazy. And I loved it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was almost like controlled chaos. It could have really turned into a cluster really, really quickly. But it always had some kind of semblance of organization. It was very odd. One of the one things that I did enjoy was the exchange between Desperado and Wato when they were tagging each other out, and the eventual, get back-ins that Wato did get on Wato. He
Yeah.
certainly handed him a few receipts.
Oh, no,
There
you're
was
wrong.
that
They all
one
beat each other up.
bit where Wato did a dive onto Ishimori, and then he picks him up, and Hiromu then dives, and then Hiromu picks everybody else up, and Desperado followed up with the tope. This was right before the finish. That was where I was like, okay, we're winding down now. Everyone's tired and taken out.
Yeah.
And again, not long after the whole thing with Ishimori and the high knee on Hiromu. Yeah, this match was fun.
Yeah,
I
very much so.
laughed a lot more than I would have liked to do, maybe, but I felt that it was a good journey, and I feel that it sets it up really, really well for their Wrestle Kingdom showdown.
I think this is where the show really peaked for me.
Hmm.
And I kind of felt a dip in the next couple matches. And again, it's nothing
Hmm.
against the next couple matches. I just think after the TV, like you had a great opener, and that got you high. Then that next match kind of gave you that way to plateau out.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
Hikuleo match was so quick and effective, it started sending you back up. Then
Hmm.
it just that much high.
Hmm.
No, for me personally, how I was feeling watching the show through, my energy was so picked up by these last few matches that it kind of crashed in the next one, and it
Hmm.
affected how I felt about the match. And again, nothing against this next match. It was Jay White and Kenta taking on Kazuchika Okada and Tama Tonga.
Hmm.
I didn't call him Tangaloa this time, but again. Nothing against this match, but this is one of those. I think this was the match on the entire card that I was least looking forward to after Hikuleo and Yujiro,
Okay.
just being for the fact it was another combination of Okada and Jay White, who
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen wrestling each other in all these tag matches the last while. Just saw
Hmm.
them on the show in the United States, the New Japan Rumble show, Rumble on
Hmm.
44th Street show. Just saw Jay White and Okada in a tag match against each other with Eddie Kingston and Juice Robinson as their partners. It and it's again it's another thing of Tama Tonga with Jay White, and Kenta just
Hmm.
happens to be Tama's partner in this, or
Hmm.
it happens to be Jay's partner in this, and it just again I don't like to shit on it because it wasn't a bad match. It just
Hmm.
it didn't suck me in. Again, it was
Hmm.
there on the card, and
Hmm.
I feel bad for saying it that way, but it was just another match on the card for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, given where it was in the card, I can understand completely how you felt that way for sure, and I do feel the same. This match wasn't anything, spectacular to me, but it wasn't bad either. The entertainment that it gave me was very consistent. Jay White was being mouthy as always, really getting at Tama, really getting at Okada. Um, I felt that the banter and like kind of the camaraderie between him and Kenta was, a little humorous at times, where they would get to those points of almost like concern, be like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, yeah, I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah, but
I found it really amusing. I did feel that Kenta and Jay are actually the best combination
so
for
far,
Jay to
yes.
be working with. Yeah, and especially with Kenta kind of feeling almost like that lone wolf within Bullet Club. I'm liking to see him getting away from the House of
Mhm.
Torture guys and kind of
Oh,
working
very
more
much
with
so.
the more main guys. Um, but yeah, I didn't note a whole lot from this match other than that I felt that Kenta and Jay were working very, very well together. Always a fan of Tama. I love his work. I love the things that he does in the ring that makes him stand out and be a little bit more unique.
Oh yeah,
But I will say this. With Kenta, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is one of my favorite things about him, but this man's open palm strikes are just brutal,
like the end of the
utterly
match was
brutal.
him. The end of the match was him just smacking at like open
Smashing
palm
Tama.
strikes at Tama. Then out of nowhere, Tama just jumps up, hits a gun stun, and
Hits
it was
that
over.
gun stun, yeah.
And I'm not against how that finished. I thought it finished
No, me
very
neither.
well. I think
Mhm,
this match went a little long for where it was placed and
mhm,
what its significance is. Don't get me wrong. Its significance is it's leading into the main event for Wrestle Kingdom, but I don't think it needed to be as long as it was, especially for where it was placed. But again, it was a good match. I just think from everything before, this is where it dropped for me. And yeah,
for energy, I have to agree.
Anything else for you on this match?
The one thing that I will say, that I personally always have liked watching the intros and the outros. With Stardom, it's very easy to like skip the intros and stuff like that. What I did really appreciate about the end of this match, once Tama had scored that pinfall, was the camera shots that they had with Okada in one corner, Tama in the other, and Jay White just lurking on the apron with his title. All three of these men very much know how to play to the crowd, how to market themselves, and how to make themselves look really, really good. So that being said, I really have to appreciate how when all four of these guys get together, they know how to kind of get that attention on them. But you are absolutely right. I didn't really feel that this match was, it should have been a little shorter, I think.
Yeah. But again, nothing against it. It was a good match. It just if you're watching all these matches individually, if you're watching as a full card, you could understand why I said this is kind of the downslope. But if you're watching them each as their own individual matches, could be an absolutely phenomenal match for anybody just to pick up and watch. Don't get me wrong
100%.
there. But
100%.
we're gonna move on